What's going on, y'all? My name is Enoch. I'm here to inspire, motivate, and encourage you to be the best version of you that you could possibly be. I know that ain't an easy task, but let's go. The Divine Motivation Podcast. I really appreciate you tuning in. If you like this video, send it to somebody. Make sure you subscribe. Follow the Instagram, Divine Motivation _. Now let's go. So today, this episode is episode 52. And what that means is, if you've been watching, this is 52 weeks straight. I've been doing this for a year straight now. Let's clap it up for that. 52. Episode 52. Man, it's crazy. Last year at this time, I decided I'm going to do a podcast. And mind you, this is November. I could have easily been like, I'm going to wait till January, get the new year started. That's why I tell you, when I tell you to just do stuff, I'm not telling you just to tell you. I'm practicing what I preach. And the thing that just comes to mind is obedience over outcome. I could have did 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, stopped at 20 weeks and be like, I don't got that 100,000 followers that I see everybody got. I don't got that crazy, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, nah. I've been obedient for that call to do this, and it's been fulfilling. And I feel purposeful when I do it, man. So I'm excited, man. Episode 52, and I want to try something. I was talking to my boys about this, and I was like, go for it. So also on my Instagram. So I started the podcast first. And then, a few weeks later, I started doing Instagram, where I was doing my motivational video every single day. Now, in a week, I'm gonna be at 365 days straight of motivation. Now that's crazy. Every single day, every morning, a motivational video. So when I want to try it, I just want to see who wants to. Because obviously you can call me Mr. Consistent, right? So I know there's a lot of people out there that need help being consistent. So on my podcast, this is episode 52. I've been 52 weeks straight. I did this podcast 52 weeks straight. On my Instagram, in a couple weeks, it's about to be 365 days of motivation every single morning. So what I want to do is, if you follow my Instagram, or you on here, go to my Instagram, Divine Motivation _, and just DM me and say consistency. And I'm going to put a little group together, and I'm going to set up something so where we could get maybe a 3-week call on Zoom or something. And I just kind of give y'all a little series on consistency and how I was able to do it and why I'm just able to be so consistent in everything that I'm doing. So I'm going to put that out there. Even if it's just one person, we gonna rock out. Me and you, we gonna get this consistency together. If that's something you're struggling with, let's get it. So yeah, anybody that wanna work on it, I'm your boy. And I ain't charging this free. It's just hang out, build a little community. Who knows? Let's see what happens. But yeah, man. So consistency, man. When I first started this when I first started this podcast, if you go back to the first episode, it was very different because the first time I ever did a podcast was with my best friend. And that was fire. And then it was just when I stopped, I was like, man, this thing is really calling me and pulling me. So then I was just like, I'm going to just jump out the window and do it. That's really been my just energy, just go for it. Just go for it. And that's why I say all the time, just go for it. And that's what I said in the beginning, obedience over outcome, because it's so easy. Because a lot of times nowadays, it's easy to start something. It's not always easy, but getting started is cool. Like to say, yo, I got a podcast, I got a business, I got a whatever. But keep going when it's not exactly what you think success is. And that's why it's very important to evaluate success to you. Because a lot of times we take what the world says success is. For me, success is doing exactly what I'm called to do, no matter the outcome. And to hear through on my Instagram and through the podcast, people hit me up and said like, yo, like that was fire. Like I needed that. Like, man, that's a beautiful thing, because it's not about me. I could easily make it about me, but it's not. And if you've been watching or listening or tune in, you can see that like I'm just trying to give my life experiences and try to help somebody. Like that's my ultimate goal, is just at least help somebody with something they might be struggling with, give somebody a different point of view, help somebody in a way that they may have needed. Like that's my ultimate purpose. So like, man, 52 weeks straight, not missing a week. It's like, it's deeper than discipline. It's like dedication, it's devotion. It's like, I said I was going to do something and I'm going to do it. So like, I'm honestly not surprised, because this is my real life. Like I try to be consistent in all areas of life. How I treat people, how I do things. Like when I go to the gym, I'm consistent at the gym, work, my family, my wife, my kids, everything, you know? So you got to make these things a lifestyle. Consistency, integrity, character. Your whole character, you got to make it a lifestyle. And that's why I'm willing to like, yo, if there are people out there that struggle with it, I'm willing to help. I'm willing to have people reach out like, yo, I need help in this area. What can I do? What did you do? Because we help people by our experiences. And that's why I'm always telling people like, yo, just keep going, keep growing. Because a lot of times what you went through is not ultimately it didn't happen to you, it happened for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, the things you go through is to help somebody else. So that's what I try to do. Every episode, every video I post on Instagram is just like, whatever comes in my spirit, whatever comes in my mind, I'm like, yo, God, what do you want me to say? Like, I pray before every episode. Like, I know podcast is fun and stuff, but like, I take this serious. Like, every episode, literally before every episode, I pray. And just pray, ask God to like help me to like at least one thing I say, just help somebody get better. Help somebody want to shift a little bit. Help somebody want to do something a little better, or just change, or have a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard. Life is hard. So we get stuck in our ways. And if I can help just shift that mind just a little bit, just to make things a little better, it's not always going to be perfect. It's not always going to be the same technique for everybody. But as long as you're trying to just pursue better, trying to just elevate in your life, like that's why I'm here. That's what Divine Motivation is about. You got to grow. Like from the first episode to now, the podcast is different. I didn't have this, like this setup was completely different. But if you see every episode, I tried to like grow. I used to have a computer monitor with Divine Motivation on it on the back. The first episode, it was backwards. Then the next episode, I got it right. And then it would turn off. Then I was like, all right, I'm not doing that no more. Then I tried to put lights in the back. Did the lights, thought it was cool. I was like, Then was using the camera was terrible. And I was like, I gotta do better. And now we're here a year later, where if I would have waited to start, it would have been, I had to start all over. So everything that I did was me just saying like, yo, just go for it. So I'm telling you now, go for it. Let's go. I'm not stopping. I'm going to keep going. And I appreciate everybody that has tuned in for this past year. I'm going to say Happy New Year's because this is Happy New Year's for the podcast. Let's keep going. Appreciate you. Remember, subscribe, like, share. Divine Motivation Podcast. Follow the Instagram, Divine Motivation _. And let's keep this thing going. I appreciate y'all. Keep tuning in. Let's go.